Hello and welcome back to to, to huh? Welcome back and I think I might just have to include that. That'll be the intro. I don't I don't think I'm gonna manage saying welcome back to Going Medieval if I try and say it in the intro again. that was that was dreadful. Oh, that was quite the effort to just say things I've been saying a lot recently. Last time we were working on the religious rooms. We have extended this, which I'm kind of worried about, but we'll see what happens. Did we do anything else? Oh, we did, did we? Was that last time? I think it was last time that we did this. Where we, expanded the capacity. Because of course we will need capacity, definitely. Hopefully not. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Or that. Or that, in fact. I feel like I was saying something. I was probably recapping what I think happened last time. Oh, we keep having, Lena, very unhappy because she had no shrine, did she? And bodies, but most of the bodies have decayed. I mean, ideally we actually get some of the loot, but I don't think we will because they seem to be very opposed to actually doing that, and well, yeah. I think I'm just gonna demo the prison because I don't actually see much of a use in taking prisoners when I don't really know how to. That's right, I have to go object by object. Right. Cell markers. Prisoner stashes. Torches. We'll just remove that. Demolish these. And demolish that. I don't really know what we're currently, like, able to do. retrieve that body because we don't have enough meat currently. I don't think we have anywhere near enough raw meat. We've got 57 smoked meat and 792 raw meat. Isn't it lovely? Why did I pause? I didn't mean to pause. I mean, this is... Oh, I really want this tunnel dug so that I can get rid of all of this. What is this on? I didn't actually ever turn it off, despite the fact that the bed isn't even marked as being constructible apparently. Somebody gonna build the things that we've already started work on? What? No, you can't just... Oh, it's that wooden floor. Oh, okay, no, never... This episode might be more interesting. Because I don't plan on giving in to extortion. I just have to hope that it's not a bigger group than last time. Because last time we managed, but we ended up with 3 unconscious melees, and, well, funnily enough, that's not a very sustainable outcome when we only have 4. So if our enemy has more melees than the last group that did, we're in a spot of bother, because, yeah. This is actually a terribly designed keep. I don't know how I came up with this being a good idea. Because we can't go along here. And I know why I had that marked like that, because there was a ladder there, but we removed that because we don't actually want to have more than one way up. Which hadn't occurred to me until I'd been playing with, like, a settlement where I'd designed the defense around a tower which is accessible from, like, where the settlers work and sleep and so on. And they come along a tunnel. The enemies then come along that same tunnel, and everyone is funneled up the same little ladder. Single ladder up. And I haven't lost a settler yet. I've had unconscious settlers, but I've got like 13 in that playthrough. And that's a very effective method. And then I had that disastrous raid with the 2 ladders where they came up and killed my archers, and I realized that actually this is a terrible design. Because I had to defend 2 choke points, and I didn't have the people for it. And then it went wrong. So now we're doing this. And I still now am realizing that I actually built a very poorly defensible structure. On the basis that this really should be mostly not steps. What do I mean? What do I mean? What word am I trying to say? Floors, not steps. Floors. So that I can have archers closer to the combat. It also means I can get rid of these stupid interior thingies that I will deal with that in a moment, which is why I've paused. I then unpaused because I hadn't actually dealt with it, and now the notification is gone. Great. Great work, genius. There. Now some of our biggest obstructions are gone. Which means less things are rooms. More things are marked as being outside, which is annoying. But alas, Alvor the chicken has died. That's not helpful. Can you not die? Not right now, at least. The only reason this episode would end up much longer is if things like I intend to make it, so they're roughly 25 minutes-ish, is if it goes terribly wrong. Because we're at about 12-ish minutes currently. So ideally we don't end up having a raid that lasts 13 minutes, because if it's lasted that long we've lost. And I suspect that things will go badly. But again, if everyone ends up... Oh, they didn't actually attack me. Seriously? Who am I not hostile with? Is there a thing that so faction, here it is. We are neutral and neutral. How lovely. We are very hostile with 6 groups. That's why. Huh. I'm so glad that we're only not hostile with 2 groups. This is because we haven't engaged in diplomacy, isn't it? We just don't talk to other groups. Why are some things just not marked as being a room? So this is a room. This isn't. Is it just of this wall? It's going to take another event to make this longer, and the later an event occurs, the more likely it is that the episode ends up being longer than I had hoped. So ideally this one ends up being the correct length, because if another event occurs, a lot of them are more hostility oriented that I've experienced so far. I mean, I could just have not experienced the nice ones, but somehow I have my doubts. Oh, I missed that Jesper had died. I mean, I'm not surprised Jesper had no food. I don't actually know how Jesper got in there in the first place, but oh well. Not that big a deal. Is there only one left? Yay! How exciting! I feel like one of the biggest problems we've run into is that everything is like immensely spread out. To get from here to down here, you have to go all the way up the staircase, out through here, around here, in here, down here, which takes a while. That comment on episode 1 has really made me think about how I build stuff. Because I don't build particularly efficiently. I mean, what is this structure? It ended up being 6 bedrooms. What might one day even be an infirmary. But the longer and longer it takes, the less and less. Like, obviously we aren't building the beds at the moment, but the longer it takes to build this, the less and less likely that is. But we don't actually have anyone to dig. So who knows? I don't like this gap. I don't really have a good reason for not having filled it yet. And away the gap goes. Almost. In my other playthrough, I have my kitchen and like smokers downstairs. That's the one where I've got the staircase that means that all of the corridors are not a room, because this is a room, which means it floods. It also means I can have underground smokers with the under the roof pack, because they're outside, but they're also a long way underground. I also saw a, I think it must have been a Reddit post about a method for building food storage, which uses the fact that a dirt slope is considered a ground block. So you can build like a sort of arch-shaped structure using using a slope, let's say like this, because this is 10 wide, and then you only need 2 layers of dirt, so you would then dig your 10 wide channel underneath. You could then put the walls on the outside of this and have an archway in the middle to hold it all up. And so I tried building that, and it's a really effective method because it means that you can have like underground farms with openings to the surface, and then on the same level have your food storage, which means that everything gets moved much quicker. It's a way more efficient way of doing it. Why have we built these beds? I thought I'd mark these as do not build, because we're not building any roofs. Why are these on? I thought I'd marked a bunch of things as do not build, but I guess not. Well, I suppose I just have to build wooden roofs now and then. And we'll see what happens. And I obviously can't do that construction style here because I haven't. Everything is somewhat established already, and we don't actually have anyone who is allocated to mining. Who are our, like, Lena and Jordan, right? Jordan and Lena. Jake's the other superstar. Which room is Jake's? So no one's in here, so we can turn that off. No one's in here, so we can try and select the thing off. I assume this one's Jake's? Yes. I wish there was like a management thing that had like time of day on things like braziers and seasons, so that I could just automatically change things. It would be cool. I don't know how that would be implemented, but it would be cool. You're good at cooking, but you don't like doing it. Okay, fair enough. We have space. Which one of you ended up in? This one, because I told you to. What was I doing? I was changing this to match the other one. Right. We are going to allow all of these because they're now actually rooms. I'm still kind of sad that they destroyed our that backgammon table. How very dare they? That was like, how many episodes ago? I don't know. It feels like a long time now. But we don't even have Entertainment 2, never mind Entertainment 3. And we don't really currently have an ideal space for Skittles. But anyway, that's all for today. So thank you for watching, and goodbye. That's great timing as always.